Welcome to today's custom-tailored deep dive. So imagine stumbling upon this delicate, beautiful lilac-colored mushroom in the forest. You lean in to admire it, and bam, you are immediately hit with the overwhelming, gag-inducing stench of rotting potatoes and sweaty feet.
Yeah, that is not a pleasant surprise.
Right. Well, today we are unpacking a dense stack of mycological field guides, specifically the Funga Nordica taxonomic keys and some intense toxicology reports. Our mission is to explore the massive, chaotic Cortinarius mushroom genus.
And chaotic is definitely the right word for it.
I mean, it boasts over 900 species in the Nordic countries alone. It's kind of like an enormous, unpredictable family reunion.
That is a great way to put it. Because, you have some cousins, like those in the dermacype section, that are super helpful and used to dye wool.
But then you have the deadly ones.
Exactly. Growing right alongside them are deadly poisonous species like Cortinarius orellanine and Cortinarius rubellus.
Wow. So trying to visually identify them is basically a trap.
Completely. Because the genus is so massive, scientists have to organize this fungal chaos into subgenera like Phlegmaceum and Myxaceum, just to, make sense of it.
Right, to separate the helpful from the deadly.
Yeah, the stakes of misidentification are literally life and death, which is exactly why beginners are strongly warned against even tasting them.
Okay, let's unpack this for a second. If the risk of a deadly mix-up is so high, why do foragers even bother with this group at all?
Well, it comes down to their ecological importance. They form ectomycorrhizal relationships.
Wait, what does that mean exactly?
It's like an underground biological internet. They physically wrap around the roots of trees and shrubs to trade soil minerals and water for the plant's synthesized sugars.
Oh, wow. So the whole forest ecosystem kind of relies on them.
Totally. Plus, like you mentioned earlier, the unique chemical properties like those textile dyes make them really valuable.
Right. But to safely access that value, you have to use your nose. Which brings us back to that horrible smell.
Yes, Cortinarius camphoratus, the Goat-Cheese Webcap.
Such a great name.
Visually, it's stunning. It starts out pale blue and lilac and then fades to this rusty brown.
But you don't identify it by looking at it, do you?
No, you really have to smell it. And the sources describe its odor as rotting potatoes, sweaty feet, camphor, or mature goat cheese.
I mean, identifying this thing is like some bizarre blindfolded wine tasting where instead of searching for notes of oak or blackberry, you're actively sniffing for, like, notes of sweaty feet.
Yeah, it's a very specific biological barcode.
But does that foul smell naturally mean it's packed with GI toxins? Like, is it warning you?
You'd think so, but the science of fungal GI toxins is incredibly murky.
Wait, really? How so?
Well, our sources actively contradict each other on whether the goat cheese webcap is edible or poisonous.
That seems like a pretty big detail to disagree on.
Right, Western North American reports link eating it raw to gastrointestinal distress. But fungal GI toxicity is rarely black and white. Reactions are often highly idiosyncratic.
Meaning it depends entirely on the person eating it.
Exactly. It's much like the common domestic weed Agaricus californicus. It causes severe illness in some people, but completely spares others.
So what does this all mean for you as a listener? When a label just says mildly toxic, that's incredibly vague.
Yeah, because it could just mean a bad stomach ache or could mean something much, much worse depending on your individual gut chemistry.
Which reinforces the golden rule here. You should never, ever eat these raw.
Absolutely not. Heat is often needed to break down those problematic proteins.
Okay, so we've navigated the massive 900 species Cortinarius genus, sniffed out the sweaty foot aroma of the goat cheese webcap, and learned why mushroom toxicity is an unpredictable, highly personal gamble.
It really makes you appreciate how complex these ecosystems are.
It does. But I want to leave you with one final question to ponder today.
Oh, lay it on me.
Well, not just you, the listener, too. If a beautiful lilac mushroom evolved to smell exactly like rotting potatoes or sweaty feet, what specific evolutionary advantage does that serve? Like, what bizarre forest creature is that scent actually trying to attract?